Good afternoon. It's me, Alex, founder of Dispatch Training Center, and I am so glad to share some exciting news again. We just finished our September training, and I am so pleased with my students' performance, their eagerness to learn. Let's see what they think, let's see what they learn, and if they will recommend us. Remember, knowledge is the key. What do you have, sir?
I have a load picking up in Bolingbrook, 11 a.m. pick.
Mm-hmm. And
Gonna go to Waverly, New York.
is it on an island?
It's actually upstate New York,
Upstate? Okay,
like
can
borderline Pennsylvania. You want the zip code?
yes, can I have a zip code for the pickup first?
Yeah, whenever you're ready, let me know.
I am ready.
It's gonna be 1482892.
892. 14892?
14892. That's
Okay,
right.
yeah, I got it. And the pickup?
It's gonna be Bolingbrook.
Bolingbrook. Okay. So what time are we picking up?
11 a.m. pickup. It's gonna be a 12 noon delivery. That'll be tomorrow. Well, actually, no, not tomorrow. So it'll be Wednesday, actually.
Mhm. How heavy is the load?
It's going to be 12,000 pounds, excuse me. It's
Okay.
fully palletized. It's going to be like energy drinks. That's what it's going to be.
Okay. Well, we are delivering next day. What time?
12 noon.
And who is the receiver there?
It's going to be CVS.
CVS. How long do they usually take to unload there?
2 hours or so?
2 hours. Are you sure? Because usually they are not that good receiver.
If you don't want the load, it's all good,
No,
okay?
I am just
Thank you very
asking.
much.
I am asking you. See, he already got upset. Why? Why, Nayeli? Why
Yes.
do you think he got upset? Because remember, write it down. CVS, Target, Dollar General, Walgreens, they take forever to unload, right, Jen? That's why when I question him a few more times, yes, 12 o'clock, how long is it going to take? He's like, oh, 2 hours. And
Mhm.
I wanted to verify, are you sure it's going to be only 2 hours? Because usually unloading for those places takes from 4 to 6 hours. So that's why he did not want to continue talking with me, Jen, because he knew that he's not telling me the truth. It's not going to be 2 hours, right? So what did he got? Instead of telling me the truth, he got oh, if you don't want it, don't take it. Well, because I know I want to make sure. Are you sure that it's gonna be 2 hours? So he just hang up. Are we gonna be ready for that? Yes, we're gonna be ready for that. Okay. Yay. Did you calculate the ETA for tomorrow?
Um, it's gonna be after 7
Well, after
for
7, you're
pickup.
gonna be available, but what would be your ETA? Open those details. Remember, we stopped at those details. Click on the details. Click on the details, whereas you have
Oh,
the map. Right, yeah, right there, details. And look, you have 115 miles. So 2 hours, it's on Google Maps. So you need to add at least another 45 minutes. So now tell me ETA. If you deliver in 5, 6, 7, and you need another 3 hours, so what would be your realistic ETA?
10.
10. So did you need to know that in front of you that only 10 o'clock you can pick up? Because if this load has a strict pickup at 9, can you do it? No. 8,
No.
no. Only after 10. Okay, so let's make that phone call.
Yes.
You are not approved because what? Because this owner operator, right? To book, you need to update your information. We need to send what? What do we need to send them?
Updated insurance.
Updated certificate holder, right? So we need to be proactive. Do you think that it has to be done right away, even before because today is already what, 14th? We updated insurance on the 6th. Look, this owner operator had already time to go and do this, right? But he just waits. So do you think it's gonna help him when he needs to book the loads and he calls, he cannot work with this guy, with this guy, with this guy. So instead of what? Taking a break today and not doing anything, what he should be doing, Jen? he should be going and updating all certificate holders now. So it's gonna help him in the future, right?
Yeah.
Nayeli. Nayeli is the youngest student. So Nayeli, tell me, why?
I learned
Why do you want to be dispatcher? Do you still want to be dispatcher? And do you like the process? And what did you learn?
yeah, I still want to be a dispatcher, and the reason why is because um my dad, he's been always a trucker. So if I dispatch him, it'll be good, and it's a business. So,
Okay.
and I learned a lot.
You learned a lot.
Yeah. I already had a little bit of, I understood it, but yeah, now I know more. Like the insurance
And how to logically think, right? And cut the
yes.
nonsense out and pay attention. And now after operational cost, you're gonna see importance why we need to concentrate on rate per mile, right? It's not just about booking the load, but it's knowing if that load is gonna be profitable. Well, I'm very proud
Yes.
of you. You've been finishing all the homeworks, you were participating. And as I told you, I always support people. So officially, I am awarding you free IFTA class. So today you're gonna receive all the things because I want to make sure that I support your family business and I want to actually tell the younger generation that it's possible to learn the skills and become successful. So hopefully one day, and I'm giving you only 2 years to become that pro dispatcher with dispatch service and then safety professional. So you have 2 years. I'll be watching you.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
congratulations.
You.
Let's go to Joycey. Joycey, a little struggle today. What are we gonna improve? What are we gonna improve and what are we learning?
Um, for me, it's a whole lot to take in, and I think what I'm gonna improve on is understanding the load board. And I think the zones, like I'm not used to the map, the US map. So even when I'm looking at the map, apart from the hours, I don't know the nitty-gritty between one region to the other
Okay,
for
so
me to be
that's
able
something
to,
you can fix, right? This is just printing out that card or having in front of you, memorizing, so that you just need to invest your time in understanding region, time difference, because you in Canada, I mean, still kind of the same time zones, but different states here, different regions, different seasons. So this is a must, right?
yeah,
Besides, what else? Paying attention to the details, right?
yeah.
So going back to basics, killing that nonsense out. And the first thing is what is important, Joyce? What is the first thing has to make sense?
Sorry, the pickup and the delivery
Pickup
time.
and delivery. If we can even make that pickup and that delivery makes sense, then we keep talking, right? The next step is going to be commodity weight. That's going to be and only after that, if we have correct equipment and our driver can do previous things, then we can ask about the money. And this is going to be every load. It's not going to change. If I'm calling or you calling, the question's going to be the same. But very proud of you, Joyce, studying. Your study starts all over after today because now you have to go and start redoing everything, right?
Sure.
Okay, sounds good. Jen, our superstar today was Excel and phone call and swimming to Canada. Jen, tell me, are you gonna become a dispatcher? And what needs
Yeah,
to be improved?
yes, I will become a dispatcher. I'm gonna take my time. Probably like I say in 2 years, I will get it done. Well, get into it, more into it. I need to improve on what is it? Asking the questions, like for making sure the transit makes sense, making sure the pickup and delivery time makes sense, and then also operation costs, because I was a little confused on that. Well,
Okay.
we moved kind of fast, but I was still getting it. But I'm still need to get it down packed in my head.
Okay, so good job. So your communication skills are there. Knowledge is there, you're good students, but now you just need to repolish few things, right?
Hmm.
And just
Yes.
practice. because everything else you already have stuff about safety, just remembering certain things, right? And
Mm-hmm.
just keep doing it over and over. Very proud of you. And I do like that confidence today. And that's why I pick you to do that operational course, because now you were doing it manually. So now you know how to do it. So
Yeah,
for
that helps
you,
me.
yeah, for you personally, what I want to do, ask your neighbors or your friends or whoever's in truck and practice exactly on their numbers, you
Okay.
know? So that's would be
Mm-hmm.
good. So in the
Yeah.
end, Jen, would you recommend my class?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Just kidding.
Yes, I would.
You're not tired of me being pushy today?
No, because for me, I need that. For me, actually, I need it because I'm a little more quiet and reserved, and I'm kind of just like sit back. And so if I don't have somebody on my butt about it, I'm probably gonna take like the longer way to trying to learn it, and I won't be as proactive.
So look
So
at me,
yes.
Jen. You gave me the timeline, right? You told me 2 years. Well, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna cut that timeline and we're giving you a year. 2 years is going to be too long. We're not gonna take 2 years to become a pro dispatcher. You have enough knowledge. You can start preparing and making this career change, right? So for you, 1 year, and I will be checking on you. So
Okay.
Joycey, let's go back to you. After taking this training, because you were confused, you were calling a million times, you Canadians, originally you from Africa, so you did not know if you want to do it or not. After taking this, would you recommend our class?
Sure. Even before I registered, like I said, I did a lot of research and I saw a lot of Canadian companies offering dispatch training, but I wasn't convinced until I watched your video on YouTube and I watched the life of the course of the students, and I was just sold because I can see the passion in you, and I think you are doing it from a place of I want people to succeed, not just I think it's something you love
It's a
doing. I can
mission.
see
Remember, we
it.
have a mission. Change trucking for the better. So this is a
Yeah,
part of the mission.
yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. And before we go to everybody else, Nayeli, will you recommend my class to the younger generation?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Is that something you experience in high school nowadays, college? Or not really?
No.
Not really?
No.
Well, this is the reality of Soviet Union teacher. Boom, boom, done. We have to learn first. So
Yeah.
now you experience totally different way of relationship between teacher and student. And why? Because we don't have a year, right, Nael? We don't have a year or two to look at this and learn. And I say, oh, Nael, it's so good. Just do that. No, we are
Yeah.
dynamic. We have to do it. That's why, not because I want to be too pushy, but I know we have to learn a lot. So thank you. Let's go to Judy. Judy, why dispatch and would you recommend us, and what needs to be improved, Judy? Because you've been studying, you've been active, the questions you've been asking, you've been going over all the materials. I can see that every class. First, you had to because you are free class winner, so you had to perform. You had no chance, but tell me
I
why
definitely
dispatcher?
dispatching because I definitely want to work from home, and I like the idea of setting your own schedule so I can work from anywhere. And my plans are, Lord willing, to open up a trucking company in the future. I definitely do recommend your class because I love the way you teach. You're just like on point with the questions, with the no nonsense, and definitely you teach from the heart. So I really like that and appreciate that about you and all the information you provide. I just have to review it because I need to work on my like transition part of the delivery, the pickup and delivery. That's just have to get used to that more.
Yeah, but everything else, it's just gonna take time. Few times, few more phone calls, and it's gonna come. Plus, again, remember, guys, when you're gonna have your own load board in front of you, when you know what your driver is doing, your equipment, it's gonna be way easier. So if you were able to do phone calls under these circumstances, it's gonna be way easy because you're gonna be prepared, right? And you're gonna practice at load board. You're gonna be the one who's gonna be clicking. It's gonna be harder for us to do it since I had to share. So that's part is gonna be easy. It's gonna take you maximum 1 week. After that, it's not gonna be a problem. So thank you, Judy, for following us, for actually participating, giving us likes all the time and commenting. That's what we want, right, Nayeli and Jen? That's what we want. We want to make sure that our YouTube and our TikTok is growing because we try to change trucking for the better. Let's go to big boys. Tim Bell. So tell us, what do you think? And what needs to be improved? And do you still want to open a trucking company or dispatch company? Tell us, because you already experienced person. You're doing a lot of things, real estate. Oh, we cannot hear.
Hear me now?
Now we can hear.
All right, all right. Yes, definitely. I want to 100%. This is confirmation that I really like this industry, and your training is absolutely incredible. I would recommend it to anybody because you not only just the foundation, but the practice and just preparing us for understanding what's going to happen in the industry, I think is very important. Very, very important to go through those exercises and kind of how you guide us. Your training style, I love it because, I know that's needed, in order to drill it into us, because once you're on your own, you have to have a good foundation of how to go back and gather the information and cross-reference and just understand where to go to get the resources. So I've enjoyed it 100%.
Oh, thank you so much, Tim. And today, after that operational cost, probably it's going to be something you should consider if you decide to go in trucking, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%.
So for you as a device, as an advice, sorry, if you ever want to get into trucking as a company, my personal advice would be to concentrate on buying equipment, but not the trucks. Buying trailers, for example, dry vans. Instead of one dry van, buy 5 and find owner operators with their trucks to go work under UMC. This way, yes, you have equipment, so you tie them to your company because they don't have trailers, right? But in case of if they leave you, or you don't have to deal with the maintenance of those trucks and breakdown. So a lot of trucking companies still survive on what? On dispatching, having the MC, and having the trailers.
Wow.
So in this market, I would do that instead of trying to buy one truck or 2 trucks and not able to find the drivers. Okay, so you can go that way. So in this market, I would do that. But thank you for choosing me. Let's go to our superstar Bobby. Bobby is already booking their loads right and left. Correct, Bobby? It's exciting. It's exciting. So tell me, what did you learn and how are you gonna help your friends to probably improve their dispatch or maybe understand their operational cost, because that's what you're gonna do, right, Bobby? After today, if you did not do that with your friend, you're gonna go and talk to him about all those numbers. But tell me in general, do you like it?
Oh, absolutely 100%. I love the class, and also like most of the classmates, they mentioned that the environment you teach is a great environment, and also the way you teach, you just deliver the information. You just need the student to be careful and listen to the information, write it down, and they can practice in a real life later on. And definitely things that I need to improve, just to play a little bit with the Lord board and be attention, how to um, take care of the time, the different times and things like that. But definitely one thing that I wanna do it sooner is the operational cost. I wanna do it with my roommate. I see him every single day. He working, and the last time I saw him is back in July. Until today, I didn't see him. So I talk to him every day. He's down the road, and 2 days ago he called me. He said I stuck in Texas umbrella. My truck broke down, cost me 3K. So I just want to go through with him and see how that operational
Amarillo,
cost.
Texas.
So,
Wow, first, I bet that he went from Georgia, and look at this, guys. I don't even have a crystal ball, just remembering things because I remember everything. So remember, he was coming from Georgia. He was delivering in Oklahoma. What catch him there? Oh, somebody was paying money for what, Tim? Oklahoma going to Amarillo, Texas, because person who has experience would never go to Amarillo, Texas, in the middle of nowhere with reefer because there's not much to pick up. And look what is he doing? He's paying price for not having knowledge. Because first, even if you go to cities where at least shops and everything else, at least you can fix it, right? So
Yep.
Bobby, I want you to verify, did he choose at Amarillo because it was paying a little bit better and he did not really think about Amaretto? He was just concentrating on that little extra for that load.
It
That's
was
what
different.
happened.
Yeah. Yep. It
That's
was.
what happened, right? Do you see, guys? Even today, Nayeli, it was a great exercise for you. I already, when I look at the cities, I don't need to look at the map. I look at 1300. And I told you, well, Nayeli, this is a great load to pay for, to call because it's 1300. But what did we prove? That the best paying load sometimes is not the load we even want to touch, right? Because it drastically changes. In his case, he probably jumped because it was going to that Amarillo. Nobody wants to go. Jesse lives in Texas. Jesse, would you like to go to Amarillo, deliver their load there?
No.
No. So do you see, Bobby, even with this load knowledge from this class, you already can talk to him about that and help
Yep.
him to avoid those areas and put in his head, don't concentrate on 200 today. Think what you're going to do there tomorrow or Monday, correct? And
Yep.
that's what most of the people don't do. So let's go to Jesse. Jesse is an owner operator who tells that every dispatcher sucks. Jesse, how easy it is to be a dispatcher nowadays?
Pretty hard, I guess.
I guess, right?
Yes.
So, what did you learn and what do you have to improve and actually maybe in future change with your company? What do you think?
Well, I'm still going to try to be my own dispatcher. Hopefully, maybe by the end of the year, but I'm going to be practicing through it. I did learn a lot. I knew most of the stuff. You were just making me fill the blanks, like things that I didn't know. Now I know, because I was going to try to dispatch just by myself like this, but yeah, you give out too much information that maybe it will take me a long time to figure out.
Okay.
But I'm confident now that I can actually go maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, you could. Because first you will need to really calculate your operational cost to know for fact. And that little switch, like, you know what you want to do. So you will need to concentrate on actually making those connections. For you, it's going to be about connections. If you're still driving, Jesse, I want you to keep talking to those people where you shipping, picking up and receiving, because sometimes they want to go directly and you have that option. You have MC, even
I
with
already
two
have
trucks.
I already have a few people, and
Mhm.
also I'm thinking of getting trailers. What you were telling Tim.
Yes.
Right now I'm in a process to purchase some a few acres, so I can rent them out too. And
Good. So that's another thing. Look, Jesse is in Texas. So for him, promise me, you're not going to be buying more trucks. Just promise me. No more trucks. Get extra trailers. Get your friends who have the trucks come and work under UMC. You charge them, so you're gonna make money as a dispatch, and you can also rent him trailers. Then, if you have ability to find some land, well, what can you do? You can start charging for parking, correct?
yes,
For parking, and then within 5 years, if you really want to grow, I would invest money in a little small shop where you can do at least your own oil change, tires, maybe brakes, not the bigger shop, because that's what's gonna help you to survive. And that's why people are gonna want to come and work with you. Another thing, Well, since you in Texas and you speak other language, right? You speak Spanish and you have your own community, you need to concentrate on that as well. I don't tell you, oh, you should just work with them, but that is your plus because they trust you. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. So, would you recommend my class for owner operators?
Yeah, definitely. I had purchased a package from another dispatcher online. You were talking to her. I mean, you were talking about her the last time,
Okay.
Miranda. Her her. I mean, she doesn't do what you do. You're like 100 times better. And
Oh, you got the class from Miranda, the one who does a lot of stuff on market. She does a great job on the data. It's just sometimes it's disconnected from reality, and
yes, very
the
much.
numbers. She needs to really say, well, this is the numbers on only 3 loads and 1 truck, and then it would make sense.
Yes,
So,
and on the way she negotiates, it's not like you do it. You actually do it way better than her.
well,
Um,
thank you. She doesn't do the live classes. She only does pre-recorded, right?
yes, yes, I bought it last year, but it helped somewhat. But
It
I
helps
need
someone.
somebody like you to actually like
So,
push me
Jess, I'm the best.
100%. Yes.
Thank you, Jesse. Guys, I'm really proud of you. Believe it or not, every class I meet incredible people. You guys all different, come from different background. But after we do practice and when I see improvement, it just really, really, really like melts my heart because I know that now, like Jesse said, he's more confident. He think that he knew things, but now he reinforced his knowledge. Now he looks at things differently. And even from beginning of the class till now, right, Tim? Look at him. I want to purchase land. I want to take the trailer. Now I can know what I'm doing. See? Because now he has extra knowledge. And knowledge, this is the power, guys. You can buy 10 trucks, but if you don't have knowledge, you're not going to succeed. So in the future, whatever you do, invest. So probably for Jesse later, when he's going to start growing, that safety and compliance has to be also polished, right? Because now you're going to be dealing with owner operators, hire and terminations, clearing house, all of this stuff. You cannot let that go to that low mark that it's gonna kill UMC. So there now is another thing he will need to invest.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. I mean, if I can take the safety and compliance class.
Yes, yeah, email me. I'll give you extra discount if you're ready for that because that's something which I mean for you, you have UMC, you just have to. We just have too many rules and regulations and you just cannot miss it. And it's hard. Unfortunately, right now, if we miss, we cannot fake it anymore. Which is unfortunately, it's used to be, right? Right, guys? Guy come and you forgot to do his drug test or something. Oh, here you go. Just do it. Let's fix it. Now, this is a federal website. Unfortunately, we cannot hack the FMCSA. We cannot hack the clearinghouse. We cannot hack the IRS, correct? So we need to do it on time. Well, proud of you. See you in the future in other classes. Jen.
Answered it already, but it was about how long do are we supposed to keep BOLs or PODs before throwing away? Getting
Okay, it all depends on what? On your factoring. Some factoring, they just want the digital copy, right? And that's it.
Mhm.
So usually what I suggest, you keep the PODs till the day that you got paid for that load. If that load was not paid, and I'm not talking paid to you, because Jen, if you deliver load today and you submit to RTS or whatever, any other factoring pays you tomorrow. Does it mean that you can throw that PODs already? No, factoring paid you. When factoring's gonna receive the money, then you can throw them in the garbage. But since you took the safety, Jen, can you really throw all those BOLs in the garbage?
No,
No. And why do you need them? For 6
for
months, you need them
yeah,
for hours of service for ELD audits, 6 months. For IFTA, you need them for how long? For 4 years. And for
okay.
IRP, you need them for 6 years. So when are you gonna be throwing them, Jen, in the garbage?
After 6 years.
After 6 years. So there you go. So now, since we're going to the digital age, as long as you have scans of them, well, physical you can throw them, right? But you need to have, and that's why safety and compliance is a must, because people don't even know those numbers. So Jesse's probably like, oh my God. And I can tell you, if Jesse ever had a plate, he can go out of the business tomorrow, right, Jesse? He goes out of business. Tim, what's gonna happen? He goes out, he closes the company. I don't care. He just decide I'm done with trucking. If he got the plates, let's say in 2024, Texas legally can do audit for him in 6 years. And he will need to prove what? BOLs, fuel receipts, trip reports, and everything else. And do you think that people pay attention to that? They throw shit right and left, and then audit comes and they don't have supportive document. That's why we have a lot of people losing their MCs or paying really high fines because they did not know. The person who did not have experience, he's like, why do I need to keep it? Why? Because he did not know this part. So that's why this is like even harder to keep the safety under the control, especially when you're a newer company and you're growing. So Jan, in the future, is that something you also need to advise your carrier?
Yes.
Okay, so see, little by little, we're going that learning is never gonna stop, right, Tim?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Never stops. Never stops.
Okay, I love you guys. I'll see you soon. And
Thank you.
I wanna see that review by tomorrow night. Otherwise, I'm gonna go live with the shorts and say, Timbal, are you kidding me? No review? And I'm gonna go, Nayeli? Really? Really, Nayeli?
I'm writing
I'm
right
gonna do
now.
that with this class because you're a smaller class. So I'm gonna do the cartoons one. I'm like, Joycey, Canada, you sleeping? And Jen, we're not swimming. Where's my review? We are flying today. I love you guys. See you soon. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.